In the pre-internet era, Valdamar Valerian's Matrix manuscripts emerged as a sensation, captivating readers with their cryptic symbols and enigmatic texts. These manuscripts, serving as the first viral leaks of their time, exuded an aesthetic of mystery and clandestine revelation. The aged pages, filled with intricate diagrams and obscure references, evoked a sense of uncovering hidden truths. Readers felt like modern-day sleuths, drawn into a world of secrecy and intrigue. Valerian's work resonated with the spirit of that era, where uncovering forbidden knowledge and delving into shadows held a particular allure. Analyzing the aesthetic of his original manuscripts provides a window into exploring the evolution of clandestine narratives and the enduring fascination with uncovering hidden realities. Valdamar Valerian's unique contribution to the UFO lore landscape lies in his adept ability to weave together seemingly isolated UFO sightings, encounters, and conspiracies, transforming them into a unified and ominous mythology of systemic control. What began as scattered reports of unidentified flying objects, scattered across time and space, metamorphosed under Valerian's tutelage into a web of interconnected events, suggestive of a shadowy network dictating humanity's fate. Valerian meticulously pieced together accounts of alien abductions, government cover-ups, and secret experiments, connecting dots that had previously appeared disjointed and inconsequential. Through his writings, disparate threads were drawn together, forming a chilling narrative of extraterrestrial involvement in human affairs, orchestrated by a clandestine cabal with sinister intentions. Valerian's transformation of UFO sightings into a cohesive mythology of systemic control offers a lens through which to view the complexities of power dynamics, manipulation, and hidden agendas at play in the realm of ufology. By contextualizing individual encounters within a larger framework of control and domination, he painted a bleak picture of humanity's place in a universe governed by unseen forces and covert operations. Valerian's work not only reshaped perceptions of UFO phenomena, but also provided a framework for understanding broader narratives of systemic control, secrecy, and manipulation. His grim mythology continues to resonate with audiences intrigued by the intersection of government intrigue, extraterrestrial involvement, and the enigmatic forces shaping human destiny. Valdamar Valerian's documents, often gritty and photocopied, exuded an aura of mystery and clandestine revelation, drawing readers into a world of esoteric knowledge and hidden truths. The raw, unpolished nature of these manuscripts hinted at a forbidden quality, evoking curiosity and a sense of secrecy that resonated with audiences hungry for unconventional narratives and alternative perspectives. In today's digital age, there exists a palpable hunger for unpolished, unfiltered information, data that is considered forbidden or outside the mainstream discourse. This appetite stems from a growing disillusionment with traditional sources of information and a desire for narratives that challenge established norms, offering a glimpse into the fringes of knowledge and understanding. The gritty, photocopied aesthetic of Valerian's documents aligns with the modern preference for authenticity and rawness in content consumption. In a world inundated with polished, curated media, there is a yearning for material that feels genuine, unvarnished, and unapologetically real. The imperfections of photocopies and the DIY quality of these documents resonate with audiences seeking a more intimate, personal connection to the information they consume. The shift towards valuing unpolished, forbidden digital data reflects broader cultural changes in how we engage with information and narratives. As audiences increasingly question mainstream narratives and institutional authority, there is a willingness to explore marginalized, underground sources of information that offer alternative perspectives and challenge conventional wisdom. The gritty, forbidden nature of Valdamar Valerian's photocopied documents serves as a bridge between the analog era of conspiracy theories and the modern digital landscape of underground data. This interplay highlights a continuous human fascination with hidden knowledge, secret truths, and narratives that exist on the fringes of mainstream discourse. The phenomenon of alien abductions originally captivated the public imagination, with accounts of individuals being taken aboard unidentified spacecraft by extraterrestrial beings. These reports sparked curiosity, fear, and speculation about humanity's interactions with beings from beyond our world, shaping the early narrative surrounding UFO encounters. Over time, a shift occurred in the UFO lore landscape, pivoting from a focus on literal alien abductions to the emergence of the concept of global manipulators. This transition reframed the narrative, redirecting attention from otherworldly visitors to shadowy figures orchestrating events behind the scenes, a more insidious and human-centric explanation for the complexities of UFO phenomena and systemic control. The concept of global manipulators suggests the existence of a covert influential group working in the shadows to shape world events, manipulate governments, and control humanity's destiny. Instead of attributing mysterious occurrences solely to extraterrestrial forces, this narrative implicates powerful individuals within our own society, hiding in plain sight and exerting control over global affairs through clandestine means. The evolution from literal alien abductions to the concept of global manipulators reflects a nuanced shift in how we interpret phenomena beyond our understanding. This transition acknowledges the intricate interplay between belief systems, power dynamics, and the human propensity to seek patterns and explanations, even in the absence of concrete evidence. Popular culture plays a significant role in disseminating and shaping narratives surrounding UFO encounters and conspiracies. The portrayal of mysterious, influential groups orchestrating grand schemes behind the scenes has become a prevalent theme in movies, literature, and media, contributing to the normalization and popularization of the concept of global manipulators. His groundbreaking work not only reshaped the UFO narrative landscape, but also played a pivotal role in shaping the specific vocabulary and terminology used to articulate contemporary claims regarding interactions with non-human intelligence and alleged government collusion in clandestine operations. Valerian's extensive writings introduced terminology and concepts that have seeped into mainstream discussions on UFO phenomena and government secrecy. Terms like black operations, cosmic hierarchies, mind control, and breakaway civilizations were popularized through his work, providing a lexicon that resonates in contemporary claims and conspiracy theories. By framing encounters with non-human intelligence as part of a broader scheme of government collusion and cover-ups, Valerian's work entrenched the idea of a shadowy alliance between powerful forces and extraterrestrial entities in the public consciousness. His specific vocabulary allowed individuals to articulate complex ideas and suspicions regarding hidden agendas and covert operations. Valerian's vocabulary served as building blocks for alternative narratives that challenged traditional explanations of UFO sightings and government involvement. His terminology facilitated the articulation of theories proposing intricate webs of deceit, technological advancements, and interstellar connections that continue to fuel contemporary claims of non-human intelligence interactions. The vocabulary introduced by Valerian has left a lasting imprint on contemporary discussions surrounding UFO encounters and government collusion. His lexicon serves as a foundation for a wide array of claims, from whistleblower testimonies to alleged sightings, providing a framework for interpreting and communicating experiences that defy conventional explanation. Human psychology has long been influenced by fear of the unknown, manifesting in folklore, superstitions, and anxieties surrounding unexplained phenomena. However, a notable shift has occurred, transforming this primal fear into a more nuanced apprehension, a fear rooted not in the mysteries of the cosmos, but in the calculated bureaucratic betrayal by the state. Historically, fear of the unknown drove individuals to seek explanations for phenomena beyond their comprehension. Encounters with the unfamiliar, such as unexplained lights in the sky or inexplicable happenings, triggered primal responses rooted in survival instincts and the need for control over uncertainty. The contemporary landscape witnesses a shift from fearing the enigmatic to fearing betrayal by the state apparatus. This shift stems from growing awareness of government secrecy, cover-ups, and clandestine operations that have eroded trust in official narratives. The fear now lies in the realization that those who are meant to protect and serve may be complicit in orchestrating deception and manipulation. The fear of state betrayal signifies a loss of agency and control over one's own narrative and autonomy. Individuals grapple with the notion that institutions meant to uphold order and security may instead be operating in ways that perpetuate fear, surveillance, and control, leading to a sense of powerlessness and vulnerability. This psychological shift reflects a broader societal disillusionment with authority and institutions, fueling skepticism and paranoia regarding hidden agendas and ulterior motives. The fear of state betrayal taps into deep-seated anxieties surrounding loss of freedom, privacy, and individual sovereignty, heightening feelings of vulnerability and mistrust. The evolution of fringe manuscripts into tactical talking points used by today's most influential political disruptors can be traced back to the underground realms of conspiracy theories, esoteric knowledge, and alternative narratives. These fringe manuscripts, often dismissed as outlandish or radical in their time, laid the groundwork for dissenting voices seeking to challenge established norms and power structures. Over time, some of these fringe manuscripts gained traction and attracted dedicated followers who saw value in their unconventional perspectives and narratives. As these manuscripts circulated within niche communities, they began to permeate broader discourse, influencing the narratives and ideologies of individuals who sought to disrupt the status quo and challenge mainstream narratives. Transformation into tactical talking points. The transition from fringe manuscripts to tactical talking points used by political disruptors marks a strategic shift in leveraging alternative narratives for influence and power. Political disruptors harness the emotional potency and provocative nature of these talking points to mobilize supporters, sway public opinion, and confront established power structures with divergent viewpoints and agendas. In the digital era, fringe manuscripts have found new life as viral content, memes, and sound bites that spread rapidly across online platforms. Political disruptors adeptly tap into these tactical talking points, adapting them for social media, rallies, and political campaigns to galvanize support, sow division, and challenge conventional wisdom with alternative perspectives. Today, the most influential political disruptors use these tactical talking points derived from fringe manuscripts to shape narratives, control discourse, and advance their agendas. By weaponizing alternative viewpoints and conspiracy theories, these disruptors challenge the mainstream narrative, spark controversy, and rally support around issues that resonate with disenfranchised or disaffected populations. The Valerian method refers to a tactic of inundating the information sphere with a barrage of dense, conflicting information to sow confusion, create doubt, and ultimately paralyze public consensus on a particular issue or topic. This strategic approach exploits cognitive overload, exploiting the human tendency to struggle with processing vast amounts of contradictory data simultaneously. Central to the Valerian method is the proliferation of divergent and often contradictory narratives, theories, and claims, saturating the media landscape with a dizzying array of information. This flood of content overwhelms individuals, making it challenging to discern truth from fiction, fact from opinion, and legitimate sources of information from misinformation. By flooding the zone with dense, conflicting information, proponents of the Valerian method seek to manufacture uncertainty and ambiguity within the public discourse. This deliberate tactic exploits vulnerabilities in how humans process and make sense of complex information, fostering a climate of skepticism, confusion, and distrust in established narratives. The goal of this method is to stifle consensus building and consensus-seeking efforts by creating a state of perpetual ambiguity and discord. By obfuscating facts, propagating conflicting narratives, and overwhelming audiences with information overload, the Valerian method disrupts the processes through which shared understanding and agreement are typically reached in public discourse. In today's digital age, the Valerian method is particularly potent, as information can be weaponized and disseminated at lightning speed through online platforms, social media, and alternative media channels. Bad actors can exploit echo chambers, filter bubbles, and the virality of information to amplify conflicting messages, deepen polarization, and erode trust in established institutions. During the 1990s, niche theories revolving around conspiracy theories, alternative histories, and paranormal phenomena gained traction among dedicated followers seeking unconventional narratives and perspectives. These theories, often considered fringe or radical at the time, laid the groundwork for the evolution of alternative media and content creation. As digital technologies advanced and media consumption habits shifted, niche theories from the 1990s underwent a transformation, being repackaged for mass audiences through high-production media empires and subscription models. Content creators and influencers recognized the market potential of catering to audiences interested in unconventional ideas and alternative narratives. High-production media empires emerged to capitalize on the growing interest in niche theories, leveraging professional production values, engaging storytelling, and sophisticated marketing strategies to attract and retain audiences. These media empires invest in creating polished, captivating content that appeals to a broad range of viewers, not just hardcore conspiracy enthusiasts. The shift towards subscription models and monetization strategies allowed creators of niche theories to generate revenue from their content. By offering exclusive access, bonus content, and personalized experiences to subscribers, media empires can cultivate dedicated fan bases and establish reliable income streams, transforming niche theories into profitable ventures. High-production media empires have the capacity to reach larger audiences and exert significant influence over public discourse. Through strategic partnerships, collaborations with mainstream platforms, and cross-promotion with established media outlets, niche theories that once existed on the fringes have entered the mainstream, shaping conversations and perceptions on a global scale. Social media platforms are known for creating echo chambers, where individuals are exposed to information, opinions, and content that reinforce their existing beliefs and viewpoints. Within these digital bubbles, users often encounter curated content that aligns with their preferences, leading to the reinforcement of their perspectives and opinions while limiting exposure to diverse or contradictory information. In the context of Valerian's foundational texts, the role of social media echo chambers is significant in transforming obscure or niche content into a self-sustaining digital reality. Here's how the process unfolds. Initially, individuals within a specific social media echo chamber may come across excerpts or references to Valerian's foundational texts, which align with their pre-existing interests or beliefs. As users engage with this content and share it within their echo chamber, the information gains momentum through likes, shares, and comments, creating an environment where Valerian's texts are amplified and validated by the group. Social media algorithms further contribute to the reinforcement of Valerian's foundational texts by customizing users' feeds based on their interactions and preferences, ensuring that they are continually exposed to content related to those texts. Over time, a community of enthusiasts and believers forms around Valerian's texts within the social media echo chamber, creating a self-sustaining digital reality where the ideas, theories, and narratives from the texts are continuously discussed, analyzed, and upheld. The transformation of Valerian's foundational texts into a self-sustaining digital reality within social media echo chambers has several implications. Users immersed in these echo chambers may have their beliefs reinforced, leading to the acceptance of the text's narratives as factual or authoritative. The self-contained nature of echo chambers can fragment the truth, leading users to perceive Valerian's content as a legitimate source of knowledge without objective scrutiny. Echo chambers can foster polarization and tribalism, creating divisions between those who subscribe to Valerian's texts and those who do not, hindering constructive dialogue and mutual understanding. Centralized corporate platforms, such as social media giants and tech conglomerates, have become the primary means of communication, content distribution, and community building in the digital age. These platforms wield immense power in shaping narratives, controlling information flow, and influencing public discourse on a global scale. On the other hand, narratives centered on total systemic escape often challenge mainstream ideologies, societal norms, and established power structures. These narratives advocate for radical transformation, liberation from oppressive systems, and the pursuit of alternative modes of existence, independent of traditional frameworks and institutions. The irony lies in using centralized corporate platforms to spread narratives advocating for total systemic escape. While the content may challenge systems of control and hierarchy, the dissemination occurs through channels that are integral to the same structures being critiqued. This juxtaposition raises questions about the authenticity and effectiveness of narratives calling for escape from systemic constraints, while relying on platforms owned and controlled by the very entities that perpetuate those systems. Narratives of total systemic escape, predicated on freedom from centralized control, face limitations when propagated through platforms that themselves embody centralization and corporate influence. By utilizing tools and channels that embody the systems they seek to evade, these narratives may inadvertently reinforce dependencies on structures they aim to dismantle, diluting the essence of true liberation. Centralized platforms have the capacity to co-opt and assimilate counter-narratives, absorbing dissenting voices and repurposing them within their own frameworks for commercial gain or societal pacification. This dynamic can neutralize the disruptive potential of narratives advocating for total systemic escape, redirecting their impact back into the very structures they aim to subvert. The continued propagation of narratives advocating for total systemic escape through centralized platforms is likely to deepen societal divisions. As echo chambers reinforce extreme viewpoints and erode common ground, social fragmentation may intensify, leading to heightened tensions and conflicts within communities. The dissemination of narratives challenging established systems and values can contribute to a growing distrust in traditional institutions. If narratives promoting systemic escape gain momentum, confidence in governmental, economic, and social structures may decline, leading to widespread disillusionment. The proliferation of narratives centered on total systemic escape may fuel the rise of alternative movements and subcultures seeking unconventional pathways to social change. These countercultural movements could challenge mainstream narratives and norms, influencing ideological shifts and grassroots activism. Narratives promoting total systemic escape may fuel power struggles as competing ideologies clash. The late 2020s could witness heated debates, confrontations, and transformations in power dynamics as entrenched systems face challenges from dissenting voices advocating for radical change. Narratives advocating for total systemic escape may catalyze demands for fundamental re-evaluations of governance models and societal structures. Discussions around decentralization, participatory decision-making, and alternative economies could gain traction, reshaping the discourse on governance and social organization. Policy responses. Policymakers will face the challenge of navigating an increasingly polarized landscape and addressing the underlying grievances that fuel social and political crises. Developing inclusive policies that bridge divides, restore trust in institutions, and promote dialogue will be crucial. Technological impacts. The role of technology in amplifying and shaping these narratives cannot be overlooked. Regulating digital platforms, enhancing media literacy, and fostering online civic engagement will be vital in mitigating the negative effects of echo chambers and misinformation. Fostering dialogue and understanding, encouraging open, respectful dialogue across divergent viewpoints, and promoting empathy and understanding will be essential in navigating the complex social and political dynamics of the late 2020s. In an era marked by the convergence of warfare and information, where narratives shape realities and perceptions wield power, the imperative of intellectual vigilance cannot be overstated. As the boundaries between truth and manipulation, authenticity and artifice become increasingly blurred, individuals, communities, and societies must cultivate a heightened sense of discernment, critical thinking, and ethical awareness to navigate the complexities of our digital age. Intellectual vigilance serves as a bulwark against the erosion of democratic values and the subversion of informed decision-making. By upholding standards of accuracy, transparency, and integrity, individuals can fortify the foundations of a robust and resilient society. Intellectual vigilance enables individuals to uncover hidden agendas, identify misinformation and propaganda, and resist attempts at psychological manipulation. By engaging in fact-checking, source verification, and critical analysis, individuals can shield themselves from deceptive narratives that seek to exploit vulnerabilities and sow discord. Through intellectual vigilance, individuals empower themselves and others to engage with information critically, participate in public discourse responsibly, and advocate for ethical practices in media consumption and dissemination. In a world where narratives influence perceptions and decisions, intellectual vigilance becomes a potent tool for fostering a well-informed and civic-minded populace. As the line between warfare and information blurs, the concept of intellectual vigilance takes on heightened significance in safeguarding against hybrid threats that leverage disinformation, propaganda, and psychological manipulation as weapons. By remaining vigilant against these insidious forms of influence and coercion, individuals can play a pivotal role in defending against attacks on truth, democracy, and social cohesion. In a landscape where the battleground extends beyond physical arenas to the realm of information and perception, intellectual vigilance emerges as a cornerstone of resilience, resistance, and ethical engagement. By cultivating discernment, promoting critical thinking, and advocating for truth and transparency, individuals fortify themselves against the weaponization of narratives and uphold the principles of democracy, freedom, and ethical governance. In an era where the integrity of information is paramount and the stakes of misinformation are high, intellectual vigilance stands as a beacon of light, guiding us through the murky waters where warfare and information intertwine, and emphasizing the enduring value of truth, knowledge, and ethical agency in shaping a more informed and enlightened future for all.